The next presenters are Bernd Wiswedel from KNIME and Takahiro Ohshima from Infocom.
Thanks, Nora. So guess who is who? So I'm Bernd. I'm with KNIME.com, which is the company behind KNIME, the Constant Information Miner. It's an open source project. And I'm here with Takahiro Ohshima from Infocom, who is a mutual partner of ChemAxon and KNIME, and they do the integration of the JChem Extensions into KNIME. So what is KNIME? I've seen KNIME a couple of times already today, which is nice. So this is KNIME, that you have these different nodes in the background that do something with your data. And then you also have views which are linked, and they allow you to select different points in one view and push that also to the other views. So the usual workflow, how we call it, is that you have different readers in various formats, like simple file readers, but also more advanced, like SDF, so domain-specific formats, database connectors, web service access, etc. Then you have often very, very many nodes that do some pre-processing, the ETL stuff. We think we are very good at that, and that is also what we've been told. Once you have done all the pre-processing, you may go further, do some data mining. That is also the background of our group. So we are no cheminformatics vendor. We have our expertise in data integration and data mining. This one is now expanding a lot. Most notably into the network analytics and also in the text mining area. Once you have done the learning, you continue with maybe some visualization, have different views, talk to each other. You have the usual marking, or we call it the highlighting, that allow you to explore your data. We also support a couple of very well-known open source tools, like, for instance, the R statistics package or the Vega data mining package. So all this is open source. There is also a reporting extension available, which allows you to generate PDFs, etc. And then if you want to apply KNIME to more domain-specific problems, then you often end up with a commercial partner, for instance, ChemAxon, or in this case, Infocom and ChemAxon, and they integrate their extensions into KNIME, and then they add a couple of more nodes, and that can vary from very few to many hundreds. Here's our list of commercial partners that have started to integrate into KNIME, most importantly, of course, ChemAxon and Infocom. CCG, Schrödinger, Cresset, yeah, the usual suspects, at least in the cheminformatics area. But what is even more fun is now that we have, since last year, we have started the KNIME Community, which is our platform to allow other open source tools to integrate into KNIME, and we coordinate those development activities. And this is just for the cheminformatics area, where we have different cool toolkits like the RD kit, Indigo, or the CDK integrated into KNIME. Some of these integrations are also driven by some companies that use KNIME and support these integrations. Also in other areas that is now growing. Very important is the bioinformatics, where we start to collaborate with different research institutes, etc. Yeah, so all you have seen so far is open source, which is KNIME. It's really open source, it's released under GPL. You have all the full functionality, and you can use it as a desktop tool. And the company that I work for also makes some money, fortunately. And that is done with a set of different products, which are shown here in blue, that starts with something very simple like support, but also extends to something like a KNIME server, where you, for instance, have a web front end onto a workflow, but also very small packages like the KNIME Teamspace that allows you to exchange workflows and meta nodes, so functional units in a workflow, in a small team. Right, and now I'm handing over to Taka to talk about JChem extensions.
Okay, thank you. I will talk about JChem extensions. JChem extension is an extension of KNIME for ChemAxon tool. Also, we already covered 90% of ChemAxon's functionality. So, for instance, we already supported Marvin and JChem for Excel and JChem base and some calculator plugin as well. But unfortunately, so I cannot support it instant JChem as well. So I will support instant JChem in the future. Our extension, a part of our extension is Marvin family is free. So every KNIME user can use Marvin Sketch and Marvin View and some converter tool in KNIME. Also, we have support forum in the ChemAxon site as a cooperate with ChemAxon. So I will talk about some new feature which I added past few months. You can use the document extractor in KNIME. So we also supported the PDF, and it's new feature we already support in the common Office document formats. You can extract from the document file to the KNIME node. And also, we supported Markush structure node. You can animate some compound from the Markush, and also you can search with the Markush structure. Also, we already integrate Markush viewer in KNIME node. And finally, so I integrate the JChem for Excel node. So, for instance, KNIME supported KNIME using spreadsheet type data. So you can, for instance, you can create some reactant node. You can use a reactant node, and this table has a product, reactant, and product data. So if you want to export all the information to some files, you can use in the JChem or Excel files. You can keep to every structure columns data. So if you are interested in the JChem extension as KNIME, so you can visit our site, and also we do the exhibition board outside.